Hello, my lovelies. How are you? I am Eriu and this is Eriu Tarot Readings. And you, my darling, you are very welcome here today. So guys, I'm so sorry I've been MIA for quite some time. Life's been a bit busy and I've been doing other things and applying for other things and such. So, well, you guys voted and you said to me, majority was that you guys wanted bi-weekly readings. So here I am. I know I didn't get, unfortunately, to the start of May, which I'm really sorry about, but I am on the go here and I'm ready to rock with your 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of May, your bi-weekly readings of May 2017. So my lovelies, let's rock and roll. There's no time to waste and let's do your reading. Hi Gemini, how are you, my darling? I hope you're very well. Here is your general love reading for May the 15th to May the 31st, 2017. This is what I've noticed is this, like, most readings are going over an hour. So I'm so sorry because I know that, like, you guys, like, it's an investment to watch these things as well. But I actually have my clock here to the right hand side just to keep me a little bit more on track. So Gemini, I hope everything's good. I hope it's all good in the hood, my friends. Remember, if this doesn't resonate with you, do check out your moon and your rising sign as well, because that might resonate just a little bit more for you. So I am doing a 6-card spread for your general, for your 2 weeks, and 6-card spread for your love life for the 2 weeks as well. Having said that though, May is like 2.5 weeks. We run into like 2.5 weeks at the end of May. So not to worry, this will cover that as well. Okay, cool. I'm feeling good, Gemini. I hope you are too. That's you. Okay, that was fast. And also, apologies if you hear a little clink clink. It's just me having a little bit of a beverage. A little bit of sunny day beverage. Okay. Ooh, you didn't want to come out, so let's pick you. Now, your top line is your first week. Oh, easy, steady. Your second line is your second week. And if I need to clarify, I'll do that. But let's see how everything's going, okay? Right. Not so bad. Not too bad. Right, let's just see what's going on with you here now. Remember, this is the start of the week, midweek, and end of the week. Okay, so for a lot of you, you're working towards something, but I think it's really much a case of you feeling like you're a little bit of a loner in this week, or the little bit that normally Geminis are around people quite a lot, or you're like in a lot of constant communication with people, but in this instance it feels like you're very much on your own, very much not taking your time, but just working away at stuff yourself. Now, at the start of the week, you've got the 3 of Rods, and Rods represents Wands. And Wands obviously is all about fire. It governs Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And 3 of Rods is very much waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for all that good energy and good karma you put out there, all that hard work that you put out there. You're waiting for it to almost boomerang back to you. And in a way that you get to see sort of the results, at least, of the beginnings of the starts of all the hard work you're putting in, the like fruits of your labor. But it's not in a very bountiful way, but it's wanting to see results from something, wanting to see it come in, somewhat an investment in maybe a creative sense. And remember, creativity can come in many forms, in many shapes, in many ways. And, you know, it's like art in that sense. Art can be deemed, anything almost can be deemed as artistic, but it comes in variations of the initial mold, I guess. Different shapes and different forms, different formats as well. So here you're looking at, like, it's interesting because this is you at the start of the week, and it's in many ways that you're looking back at stuff. I kind of feel like you're trying to latch on to something that you've put investment in the past, and you're waiting for it to come in, but you almost know, like, it's not happening. Like, you just can't get a grip on it. It's actually, as I say, this is about your ships coming in, and in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, you can physically see these little ships just coming back into the bay, into the harbour. But here it's more like you're looking at these ships and you're anticipating them, but it seems like they're getting further and further away from you. there's a little bit of reluctance to let go in many ways as well. Because, you put a bit of time and effort into this. Now, your second card, your midweek, is the Hermit. So the only major arcana in the deck so far. And what you've got, actually, you've got more rods. You've got more fire than you do anything else, Gemini, which I like to see. Fire very much is about being driven and having a drive and almost like a stamina for something. So the Hermit comes in your midweek for you. Governs Virgo. Beautiful Virgo energy. And the Hermit is kind of that loner. That not societal loner, but kind of just doing your own thing. Taking care of yourself. But going inwards to find out and answer the questions that you're really struggling with. Rather than looking for external forces or influences to say to you, yes, this is what this is. You're relying on yourself in many ways at the moment, Gemini. And like I said, it's interesting because you're not normally like that. You normally, if you need a hand with someone, you'll call upon someone. If you're not well, you'll just be like, hey, I'm not well. Do you want to hang out or something, or just keep me company? You're very much chitty chatty and you'll open up about many things. But you've kind of gone into this in a different role this week coming up. So the Hermit, as I said, it's all about turning inwards and asking those questions, but trying to find the answers within ourselves rather than anyone else's opinion. Because who knows ourselves better but ourselves? And he holds this lantern here, and this is many ways this is his inner light that he holds. But his inner light is his guiding light as well. So if it's a case that, I said this was a general reading, and this could be work life, this could be study, or this could be domestic life or home life, like you factor in all these different parts of your life, right? Because our love reading is going to be specifically on romantic encounters, I guess. Hopefully, we'll see. But you really feel like you're on your own here. But I don't feel like you're weighed down by this. It's more of a case of you're like, okay, you know what, I gotta get stuff done. I need to do it myself. You want something done, you do it yourself. But this over here is, I think you're gonna have to let this go. I think whatever you're holding on to in the hopes, it's like someone saying to you, oh, there might be a possibility or a job here available for you, I'll let you know. And you're kind of leaning on that slightly in order to get you through. But I think you're going to have to let this stuff go, because waiting for it, just waiting for that one thing to come in and kind of putting all your hopes on it, it can be quite jarring emotionally then when it doesn't happen for us. And we're like, oh, now what? So rather than just rely on one thing, you're kind of then going back into yourself and going, okay, so this isn't working for me. This method that I'm using in order to obtain what I want to obtain is not working. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to turn inwards. I'm going to use my own guiding light to guide me, because practically it ain't working right now. But that's just for now. Remember, he's the strongest energy right now in your week for you. And then at the end of the week, the questions that you ask yourself, the answers that you'll find, because he is very much on his own journey, and that's what the Hermit's about as well. So maybe it's time that some of you may have been distracting yourself with external forces, or just, I had this for Leo a few weeks ago. It was like, just going out a lot and not really getting to nitty gritty of what's going on with you, or what's going on in your life, and like where you want to be. And now you're saying, well, you're pushing all that back, and you're saying, well, no, I gotta figure this out. Actually, what I was doing before, it isn't working now. I can't just rely on that. Can't rely on my laurels either. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'm gonna search. I'm gonna research. I'm gonna look inwards. I'm gonna check it out. Cool. That's very good and very wise, Gemini. And there's a huge growth period, I believe, involved in that. And it's awesome as well, because at the end of the week, this internal recognition brings you forward into this Four of Rods. So we're seeing this nice, slow yet steady progression especially in the same suit. So this is very much, this creative pursuit or pursuit in general is very much something that you have, like your heart and soul is in this. You're like, it really is. You really love what you do and you want to love what you do, and that's also like half the battle. So yes, I'm glad you did this. I'm glad you're going to do this, I should say. And you're going to go, all right, let's figure it out. Come on, Gemini. Come on, Mr. Gemini. Come on, Miss Gemini. Let's figure it out. Your twins are gone inwards. They've pointed themselves to each other, and it's like, okay, what are we doing? I think this is what we need to do. What about this? It's cool. It's an inner dialogue that you're creating, and it's working for you because 4 of Rods comes in at the end of the week. So again, as I said, same suit. Real nice. Bit of fire, bit of passion, yeah? 4 of Rods for me in many ways as well is about creating a foundation that you feel comfortable with and that you can build upon. Now, it's not pentacle energy. It doesn't have that like real solid earthly feel to it. But it's about creating a space and a place of where you can feel comfortable in your own skin, and also that feels like a home for you, you know? Some of you very much could be going into a new venture or a new job or even business project or business venture where you're going to walk through a gate. It sounds very specific for some of you, but it's not going to be a very tall gate. It's going to be almost like waist level. You're going to walk through the gate into this place, and this is where you're going to be continuing your job and your creative pursuits. Now, will it feel like that initially? Will you get that like zing, this is where I'm meant to be? I don't feel like that. But you do be aware about that opening of the gate and viewing this establishment. And I don't feel like it's very tall. It feels like it's like a little house, or it's like a bungalow that has many, you know, like extended at the back. You know, where bungalows are just, even though they're on one level, you know, you can expand so much in the back garden or in the land that resides at the back of the house. This is something that you just be aware of that. Some of you are walking through this gate. This gate is important to you and you might not feel it at the time because you wanted something else over here, but this is where you're going. So not terrible, is it? No. Maybe a little bit uncertain, maybe a little bit unsure, but that's because you had previous expectations, you had your heart on it and it doesn't really work, but you have to let it go, really. I don't know who you were talking about here, but can I just say, just don't trust them straight off. Like, don't trust them. I'm sure they mean well, but like, they have an issue with the truth in the sense that they can maneuver those words. They can manipulate those words, basically, so that they don't really get into trouble for what they do. Whoever this is, and actually I feel like it's a female. Not a bad person, but just their role kind of, they believe, dictates that. Alright, so forget that. Let them go. Go, thanks very much. Bye. Let's go inwards. Let's figure it out. And something happens here where you're like, you're going to figure it out. I feel like you're going to go on a lot of walks as well, Gemini. A lot of walks. A lot of walking. And that's quite a good thing because you know, physical stimulation then encourages mental stimulation too. But at the same time, in a weird way, it also pulls us out of our mental state. But you get more clarity. So I like that you're walking a lot. A lot, actually. You'll walk a lot before you get to this place. So maybe this place is further than you'd like to be working or you'd like to be associated with. Maybe it's just a little bit further away. Or it's a different street than you're used to. You're not used to these roads. But you'll find a way. That's okay. And then your second week comes in. And you've got the Knight of Rods, Ace of Pentacles and Six of Cups. Cool, cool. Hey now, what's going on? Right, so Knight of Rods. Let me just figure out this guy. I think he came up for Cancer. He did, came up for... Actually, interesting, he came up for Cancer, and Cancer was adopting a very Gemini feel, so I wonder if this is the same dude. Let's check him out, shall we? Because this ain't you. This most definitely is not you. Whoa. Okay, let me just figure this out now. Oh. Scrap that. This is you. Oh. Just going to flip these for a second, right? And then pop this here. And then putting these here for clarity. Right, so. See that? Okay. Okay. So, this is you. Apologies. I didn't think it was you because it didn't feel like that. And then I started doing the cards and I kept going, yeah. Hey, Gemini. Hey, Gemini. So, yeah, this is you. So, there's this. What is going on with your fire? There's so much fire. Okay, why is it that you feel like the Knight of Rods at the moment? Well, we could easily say that this is a suit that you're trying on for size. You know, you're seeing if the jacket fits, and very much so you've got those beautiful fire qualities are coming in for you. And maybe you're feeling, because that is, like fire is complementary to air, that this is something that you can easily translate and use throughout your day, or use throughout your life, or use throughout different ventures. So it's no wonder that you're kind of coming into this Knight of Rods and you're like, well, I've already been to 3, I get it, I'm moving up to 4, I get it, but boom, then all of a sudden there's this Knight of Rods. But why is he here and why do you feel this way? I'll tell you why, because there's been a lot of confusion over the last while about your job, and it could be 7 to 8 months. I feel like 7, it could be 7 to 9 months even, right? I'm not going to say years because it doesn't feel that long. Maybe for some of you it really is. And 7 of Cups is all about confusion and trying to lift the veil of illusion over things. So there has been a confusion of where you wanted to be and where you wanted to go. That you felt like there were offers, some of them didn't feel genuine, some of them were genuine, and you felt that you weren't, not that you were pulled in each which way, but you couldn't choose because you couldn't really see the real intention behind these offers. Okay, as I say, trying to lift that veil of illusion off and see things really how they are. And because of this veil that was draped over these offers, and your lack of ability to really see them for what they were, which is not a bad thing, it's just something that you needed to develop, and you still kind of need to develop. Because that you got confused. You're like, I don't know really which one to do, and I guess I'll just pick one. You just pick one then. But the problem is as well, you kind of, even though you picked one, you kind of stressed yourself out to all these other things and helping other people and part of all the rods in the fire. And the problem is as well, but a good thing, but a problem as well, is that you completely overextended yourself, Gemini. Like, completely. You were working so freaking hard that you wanted to work hard to A, prove yourself, and to B, kind of get your name for yourself in the field that you're in. Again, this could be study or college work or whatever, you know, anything like that. I just say business or work because it's more recognizable, I guess, for everyone. But translate it into the roles of your life that you're part of, or that are involved in you. So yeah, so this is the thing with you. So you're working away and working away, working away. Like, really working away. I don't really feel like you were telling anybody how freaking hard you were working, but because you wanted to have a source of achievement, and you wanted to have that CV, and you wanted to have that background that said, look, I'm a hard worker, I do this, I got this. And you wanted to develop this King of Rods energy. You wanted to be the very top of the pecking order in what you do. And I get it, because when you have a passion for something or you're working towards something, most people do want to be at the top of that. You know, you want to be the best. You want to be the person that people come to, and I totally get it. I totally understand that. So, but you want to be at the top. There's no denying that, Gemini. You want to be the best, and even if it's not a hierarchical thing within a workplace or whatever, you want to be known as the person that can do something, or this particular thing, the best. Okay, which means that you still want people to come and ask you your opinion. You want them to come and ask you to critique and analyze, because you got it, because you are such the gatekeeper of information. You've got Mercury ruling you, and that's why you want to be that one that communicates this essential information that you've gathered and worked with over time. Whew. Now, the only problem is you saw yourself as being King of Rods, right? And you've become the Knight. And I feel like this is just not enough for you. Like, it's all just a bit slow. As we know, Gemini, as I said, Mercury, you're like the deliverer, the messenger. And you're not exactly happy about this, Gemini. You want to be here. You feel like you're here. You feel like there's more to do. And there is more to do. But you kind of feel like you're like, do you know what? I've put in all the work already. Do I have to stay at this night level? You know, this, whatever position this is, say you're walking through this gate or whatever new job or new venture that you're in, you kind of feel like you should be higher than where you are. Like, you kind of feel like you're overqualified almost for this particular thing. You're like, oh, I'm a knight now. It's so funny. I've never felt a knight just be not wanting to be a knight, you know, not wanting to. There's a stubbornness attached to this Gemini as well. And I feel like it's a thing, and no disrespect to you whatsoever, but I feel like this is a thing where whatever this new thing is, you're like, this is slightly beneath you. As I said, no disrespect. I know you feel like that because you've worked so hard. So you're like, I should be at a certain level and certain standard now, or at least I should be seen in this light by others. And so you're a bit stubborn here at the start of the week. It's like this wasn't good enough for you. This wasn't what you anticipated. And that's okay. Like, because you're going a different route than before. Remember, you got to remain open to what's coming for you. And what's for you will not pass you. And maybe these people who this establishment or committee or community that you're involved with, they actually see this potential in you. They actually see this King of Rods energy in you. But it might be they just don't have a position that allows you to fully engage in that King of Rods energy. So they say, look, we'd love her to be here, but we don't have that. We have this. Or him as well. Sorry, just say her because I'm a girl, that's all. You know, but yeah, stop being it's just a Gemini. No. Let's not run away with ourselves here. Sometimes things are just a little bit slower to get off the ground. Is it irritating? Absolutely. Does that mean it stops? No, you don't want it to stop. You want to keep going. So don't let your attitude at the start of the second week put a dampener on what's coming for you. And I say that because Ace of Pentacles smack bang your second week. Woohoo. Why is this woohooing and why am I woohooing? Because it's the Ace of freaking Pentacles, baby. It's like Pentacles, great earth energy, solid. The earth underneath your feet is solid. And what is that as well? That is a foundation of sorts. That is tangible and non-tangible things. It is work, it is money, it is study, it is projects. It is a lot of money also sometimes. There's a lot of money. But most importantly about this is that it's a massive opportunity. Massive. Sorry, let me just say that again. Massive opportunity for you. So what I said about you staying away from this kind of, kind of stubborn, kind of, God, I have to do this now. I put in the craft. And okay, like, chill out with that because this is coming for you. And you don't want to be seen in this light because that's not really you, Gemini. You're very open to people of all walks of life, which is the one thing that I love about Geminis. You just talk to anyone at any point about anything, and there's no judgment, and I think that's fucking great. So let's put your good bits forward instead of staying in this Knight of Rods energy, because you will be offered something here. Now, this could be a rise, this could be a promotion, and it could come in the sense of money. What I was saying to you before is like, maybe these people were like, we don't really have this position available, we'll do this for her. And this is coming in as well to say, we recognize your abilities. We recognize the work that you will be doing, the work that you have put in. Therefore, we want to really reward you in some way. And again, aces, what are they? They're like new beginnings. So this could be a brand new job, could be made up for you. A brand new project that you manage, that you run, could be there for you, where you really get to comfortably, I guess, utilize and exploit your own wonderful way of being with people and what you do. Are you a bit happier now, Gemini? Just a little bit? I think so, yeah. Because this is strong. I'm going to tell you out straight now, this is strong. And this might feel a bit like woof, like all of a sudden it was like bang, the door is open. You will feel like you're grafting though. You will. Just keep the faith a little bit here, Gemini, yeah? Just like Keep the faith a bit. Faith that what's coming for you is, or what's for you won't pass you. And it doesn't, because it stops you dead in your tracks almost. Sweet. This is so cool. And I really feel like this, I don't normally say this, but this in particular feels like money. It does feel like affluency. It really does. And it's like, it's a boost, you know. Like, I said this before, I don't know if I said it on your video. You know when Super Mario gets like his first mushroom and he grows, and then he gets that other psychedelic mushroom and he's like, he becomes giant? That's what that's like. Like that's what this is for you in your path. And then I feel like you're starting to be like, okay, I can rest easy now. Maybe some of you are also having money issues, and that was causing a big thing for you and causing a lot of worry. You know, rightly so. Money is important. It eases our worry. Money eases our worry. And then being given this offer or new opportunity that holds all these wonderful things for you kind of reminds you, it allows you in this kind of funny way to look back and say, oh my God, I've come so far. When you get this and when this happens, and I know you're going to be like delighted and it's great, whatever, do take that moment to just take stock. I want you to turn back, and I never really say that, but I do want you to turn back and look at everything that came beforehand. All of these little life lessons that you had to learn, all the grafting that you had to do. Now, no doubt this is going to come with its own responsibilities, but you feel more comfortable here now. This has lessened that worry load. So do take a moment to be like, hey, this is kind of cool, and fuck, I think I've arrived. This is it. Have you ever got that feeling with something? You could have been in an interview, you could be talking to someone, you could have gone on a date, it could be anything, right? Anything. And you walk away and you just go, this is it now. This is my life. That's it. That's what it is. And I love that you go into this lovely Six of Cups energy and this beautiful emotional vibrancy that you'll have at the end of the second week. And it's like look at it, it's just so lovely, you know? Roses. You know, I don't know the rest of the flowers' names. Sorry, I just got roses. Can I say tulips? Don't see any tulips there. But just lovely flowers, you know? Who doesn't like flowers? And this, for me, it's a nostalgic card in many ways, and it can be kind of rose-tinted glasses, but it's looking back, and it also can be looking back at a childhood. But if we take that view of looking back at a childhood and our progression from childhood, it's very much looking at a growth period for us. And this last while for you has definitely been a growth period. I'm sure some of you are like, yes. Has it what? Yeah. But it needed to happen, do you know that way? I think you really needed just to graft that a little bit more. And you need to get that fire in your belly again, because I feel like you lost it, Gemini. You lost it back here. You know, again, apologies, I haven't been around the last few weeks, but I feel like the last few weeks have contributed to you losing your fire. But when that happened, it showed you and taught you the lesson of how to regenerate that in yourself. How you keep yourself motivated, you keep yourself involved, you keep sparking that fire inside of you, and you don't ever stop. So that's really, and I said about like recognizing that. Let's recognize that and let's live in this beautiful energy of how far we've come over the next, well, you're over your next 2 weeks? Yeah. You were all worried of what was going to be said. And it's good. Like, I feel content in myself. I feel really smiley. And I think that's what you're going to do. And you know what? The end of the second week when this happens, treat yourself. Treat yourself. Get something nice. Do something nice. Do something you've never done before. Do it with people that love you and surround yourself with that. And also as well, do you know what's great about this? Because this is the last 2.5 weeks of May. We're coming into June. That's your month. Oh, well, technically, actually, the last few weeks of May is Gemini. But I always really associate with like the first of every month because you're dead center in that sign. You're in the thick of it. So here's like, this is the end of 31st going into the 1st of June. And how nice is that? You're properly in your birthday month. And you're like, yeah, let's start off this month in a good form. Let's really enjoy this, you know, and have your birthday celebrations and do it. Have a great time. Yes. Yeah. Now, oh, Gemini, this is lovely, isn't it? This is lovely, darling, lovely. So with that lovely note, let's check out your love life. Okay, let's roll. Okay, Geminis, this is your love reading now for May the 15th to May the 31st, 2017. So, looking back at your general reading, that was quite nice, wasn't it? That was lovely. That was you. And now let's check out the love. Let's see what's going on in the old love lives here. Check it out. What's all that? Break it down. Okay. This is actually this feels really simple. That's it. Alright. Maybe you're like, well, my love life's a bit simple at the moment. Shall we see? Yes. Same format again, guys. Top line, first week. Bottom line, the second week. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Whew. And here's me saying it was simple. Not quite, but let's have a look, yeah? Okay. Right. Okay, so the very start of the first week, May the 15th to the 21st, I think I'm right in saying. Yeah, so lovely. Page of Cups energy. So who is this lovely little happy chappy over in the top left-hand corner? Well, this guy or gal is governs the cup suit, which is always as emotions. It's always emotions, and it's beautiful water energy. It's understanding the fluidity of variations of different emotions within ourselves. All those emotions that we hold, how sometimes they've been quite turbulent, other times they've been quite calm. If you consider that the movement of the sea, and how sometimes it can be so destructive and at other times so beautifully calm that it's like life for a second sits still. And it's wonderful. It's gorgeous, but it's both, yeah? It's always both. And so the page is the student of this particular cup suit. So he's trying to get to grips with emotions. Now, he's got that in him. It's in his veins. It's in his blood. But at the same time, he's quite young. So he's trying to understand what this particular gift is. And this is very much the gift of love here. And like, he's dead cute, do you know what I mean? He's like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. He's just so freaking cute. He's so sweet. Like, you know those quieter quieter guys that you would, or gals that you may have gone to school with, and they just are so sweet and almost innocent and lovely that, you know, it's just something that they just kind of float around sometimes as well. They drift. They don't really always go with the crowd as well, but yeah, they're so nurturing as well. And they give this love that is so comforting, you know, and yet not not suppressive. It doesn't, they don't drown you in such love, but there's freedom there, but at the same time they're just always there for you. And it's such a sweet, lovely energy, and I love this energy. And this is something that you're taking with you at the very start of the week. And okay, right, so some of you are involved with somebody that's older than you. Now, it could be an older male because we've got the Emperor here who is male. Could be a fire sign, could be Aries, or could be Sagittarius or Leo. Now, some of you want to give this gift of love to this particular Emperor. Could be as well somebody that's in your workforce that you have a crush on and you want to, in some way, let them know that you like them. They're very much ahead of their game. They're definitely older than you. Okay, for some of you, it will be a few years older than you. For others, I'm getting like 40. Like between 40 and 45. That's very specific. And as well, what we've got is the age gap here, because this is quite a youthful energy. And then we've got this older, more dominant male here as well. So interesting. Do some of you have your eye on an Aries man or a fire sign man who is a lot older than you? Or are some of you in a relationship with a fire sign that is older than you? And for those of you who are single, you kind of want to, as I said about that shy, quieter person, I kind of feel like you're struggling to find your words about how to show or tell this person that, more so how to tell this person that you like them. And because you're a Gemini, normally that's quite easy for you, you know, like the tongue is your sword and you're so good at with words, but at the same time you're kind of struggling with this because this person makes you feel a little bit vulnerable. This person makes you feel like you're a little girl on the inside or a little boy. You know, you're like, oh, you just want to run away because you're just gone bright red in the face. That's what this feels like. It feels like you're so shy. And then you've got this really strong figure in the middle of the center of the whole reading. And you know, he's not even saying anything. He's just staring at you. For some of you as well, this person may have very intense eyes. Could be of the brown variety, or also could be blue. Do you know what I mean? Maybe even more so brown. Very intense. And they create this uneasiness in you, you know, this almost uncomfortable, oh, I just feel like a little girl again vibe, like, oh, you're so funny, oh crap, like, yeah, okay, thanks, bye, and you just run away. And obviously for guys who are watching this, are Gemini guys, and this person, this female energy, or male, you know, whatever your preference is, non-judgment here, they make you feel that way. You kind of make you squirm a little bit, but you want to show them and you want to let them know that you like them, and you're giving this cup of like love, or at least emotional acknowledgement to them, to be like, hey, you need to know that yes, I kind of talk to everyone, and yes, I'm very much a social butterfly, but at the same time, you probably won't be able to differentiate whether or not I treat you differently from others. You know, and that's, sometimes people look for that. If people are interested, they look for how differently that person of interest treats them. And sometimes there is no difference. They're just, on the inside, they're just like so incredibly like happy to see you, but they just can't show it. But you, finding it hard to find the words out, you kind of want to show them. You want to give this kind of gift of, hey, like, look, I know you're in this, like, you're high up, or you're like top dog of whatever field you're in, or even just at life, like you're mastering life really well. You adults, so good. And I know I'm this kind of smaller person, but would you like this cup? This is really sweet, Gemini, but you're showing it. And I think if you want to let this person know, you're going to have to show it. Words won't just cut it with this person. Remember, they've been there, they've done that, they've seen it, they've written the book, and they got the royalties. That's what they're about. So I get why you're intimidated slightly, but just, you know, show them. Show them. Do something different. Pick something that they've said that was specific to them, and maybe talk about it, find out more about it. Or if their birthday is coming up, get them a little gift that symbolizes what they spoke about. What they see then, and what they're hearing is that you hear them and you took into consideration them as a person, and that's what will make them go, huh, okay, they're treating me different from everyone else. Oh, all right. And it's like whatever that is, whatever this reaction is, right? It's great because at the end of the week you come in as this Knight of Pentacles and you're like, yes, you know, you've just gone from a page up to a knight, you've elevated yourself, but you've actually gone into a different suit as well. So what I think is, you know, a lot of time for air signs, and I'm going to be honest about this because I'm a Libra with Gemini rising, and you know, we really rely on our ability of how we communicate with people to get us through different things. Like, I'll put my hands up and say, I definitely do that because I sometimes feel like it's my greatest asset, and we do kind of rely on it a little bit too much. But when it doesn't work, we're like, oh, what? My skill of words did not work, and you have to do something else. This is what this is. But there's something like you're like, I love this. You're kind of like a happy chappy then. You're just kind of like, you puff up a bit and you're like, yes, yes, got it. Something's going on here now. They get it. We'll see what's going to happen. Awesome. And then you put on this Knight of Pentacles, and again, knights are messengers. So even though you've shown this person something very specific about them, you've shown them that side of you and that acknowledgement of them through you, and you're like, they're starting to get it. And the practicality of doing that is going to be really strong for you. So now you're going to see that your normal way of doing things, as I said, through communication, through the tongue, who uses the word, didn't get you anywhere. You tried something new and it got you somewhere. So now you're starting to say, okay, like, I get it now. I get it that I'm going to have to be a little bit more practical with how I approach this person again, or how I approach love. Like, I'm going to have to actually put in a lot more physical effort than maybe what I did before. And this person is different, and they may require that of you, but you're learning as you're going along, and that's fine as well, you know. Fake it till you make it nearly. It's, you know, it's all a learning curve anyway. But I love that you're this Knight of Pentacles, and what's interesting is that you're not going really freaking fast about this. Oh no, you're not going fast at all. Why do I say that? You've got the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the entire deck. He is so slow. Now if you look behind him, he's got all these like beautiful mountains, even valleys, and he's on the land because he's an earth element, so he trailblazes on the land, but he, you know, he's not even moving. You know, nothing's happening. If you put up, say, even the Tower card to him, look at all the action in the Tower card, for other reasons, obviously, that we'll discuss. But look at that action. And look at this. There's not even a bird flying by. Like, that's how slow he is. He is just still. But that's okay, because as I said, you're learning now a different way of approaching love, and that there may be things that you need to do and show in order to almost kind of convince this person that you're what they need. This person may have been married before. I just got twice, but I don't think twice. I think that would be a very unique scenario, I believe, to most of you. But maybe this person has had two great loves in their lives. One of them they married. Also could kind of be married to the job. Very strong. Oof. That Ram energy, very strong. Very strong. Get the head down and get work done. Yeah, whoo. So it's cool. It's like you feel really chuffed here, Gemini, and cool. You're learning. Let's not run away at ourselves too much. I say that, but at the same time, I know you know differently. You're going, yeah, Eriu, I get that. I'm a Gemini, but come on. But you're learning how to slow it down. That some people need a slower pace. That the L-bomb doesn't need to be dropped within the first 3 or 4 weeks, which to me is just like amazing how people do that. How do people know within the first 3 or 4 weeks when you love someone? And then the answer is, oh, when you know, you know. I don't know, maybe I'm very much like the Knight of Pentacles here. But that slow movement through love and like really enjoying the moments with someone is something that you're going to be learning. But I love that you're like, yes, nailed it. Frickin' nailed it. I love that. Now, your second week, What's going on? What is going on with you? It's full on, guys. You have 3 major arcanas. Whew. Right, the Tower. We need to discuss this. Why you're moving and grooving and shaking, and then the Tower came along and exploded, right? Oh, no, thank you. What is going on? Oh, also, sorry, I meant to say that you also feel like you'll be this person's knight in shining armor. But just remember, Gemini, that you can't save everyone. And sometimes people don't want to be saved. Alright? I just want that to be a reminder for you. There may be things about this person that you see that you're like, I can be their one, I can fix them, I can help them. Not unless they want to, and not unless they want you to. Remember that. Just remember, that's just a word of caution, because I know that you'll put in that effort, and I don't want to see you get hurt if for any reason. Hey, right, hey. Oh, you popped up again. Hello. Right, guys, what's going on? Again, I'll just flip these, yeah, and we'll focus on. So let's move them over side. We'll focus on these guys. Right, your Tower. Cane Fall. Why? Why is this Tower here for you? Right, when I say you need to slow it down, guys, you need to slow it down to such a degree that it feels like you're not even moving. What is the Tower, and what does it represent? Well, the Tower is destruction. It is obliteration of everything that is of negativity in your life that has stayed way too long. It shouldn't be here anymore. You get rid of it. You feng shui it all, but it's way harsh than just a general feng shui. You will feel like the earth beneath you is shaking. It's that almost like an earthquake feeling. That things are moving and that you have absolutely no control over it. And I'll be honest with you, you don't. You really don't. The only way to get through this energy is to just not even try and fight against it, because it will feel way worse. What you need to do with this particular energy is allow it to happen. You need to, if any of you, I don't feel like Geminis are kind of control freaks at all. But for some of you that do value that element of control and that use that on as, you know, as part of your life in different areas, what I got to say to you is you got to let that go. I know, right? It's like, but if I don't do it, who's going to do it? But if I don't take care of this, who's going to take care of this? It will be taken care of. This energy says, I'm going to take care of it. Relinquish control is a massive thing. Oh, it's so strong. I felt it there. Relinquish your control in all of this. Why is this Tower coming? Well, I'm telling you now why. It's because of how you used to be in your love life. How you used to approach love in general. How you used to approach people in love in general. There's something about some of you that, you know, some of you have had a lot of, I don't say mental issues with love, but a lot of mental anguish about love. Yeah, this isn't one particular person. I honestly feel like this is a gathering of people in your life that you've shown love to that have stabbed you in the back. Now, Knight of Swords isn't necessarily a stab you in the back kind of card. It's all about, as I said, mental anguish. So these, if you regard these as all these thoughts and questions as to why is this happening to me? Why did he do that to me? Why did she do that to me? I didn't deserve that. I put in my best. Why is this happening? I feel like I can handle this. Are they out cheating? I want to know if he's cheating. Is she out cheating on me right now? It's all those things. An accumulation of questions in our heads, in our minds, that really do not allow us to even sleep at night. And this was a big issue. I believe trust was a massive issue for you guys in the past. Massive. And even though you're quite an airy fairy sign, and you kind of like jump around and do your own thing, trust in any relationship or, you know, friendship even, is massive. But for you guys, this was a massive thing. Some of you may have had partners in the past that did cheat on you. Some of you may have had more than one partner in the past that has cheated on you, and you're trying to figure out why it's why they do this to you as such, because I tell you why, not tell you why, but let's get some more clarity on this particular tower. So 8 of rods, we've got rods energy, and we all know that those fire signs and what those fire signs bring. 8 of rods is all about communication of love. It's about sending those arrows of love to the people that we love. It's about getting those messages of love. And if we apply it to modern day technology, you're looking at messages on WhatsApp, on Tinder, on Viber, on, what are the other ones? Okay, Cupid. I'm not saying, I'm using them as examples, but not to be like, no, pushing down on Tinder, okay, Cupid, or anything like that. But that's just the thing. It's like love messages, and these are love applications as such. So therefore, these messages are coming through them for you. But this is also about how quick you fly into love sometimes with people, Gemini. And I said to you, you got to slow it down. You got to try a different approach here. Don't just drop that L-bomb. Don't just say, I really think I see this going somewhere. Don't move in them just yet. It's so fast. This is why, even, do you hear me? I'm speaking so freaking fast right now, and I'm really sorry. I'm going to try and keep my Dublin accent as neutral as I can for you. But you got to understand the like veracity and speed of which you approached people before in the past with love and wanting love is it didn't allow you to see things for what they really were. And I feel like these two cards are like completely together, and they go hand in hand, and in a weird way you've got this weird cycle. Like, you've got this weird circular motion, and no, it doesn't look like that, but that's definitely what it feels like. It's like you find someone, you like them, you go for it, you tell them, you give it all, and then something happens, or it doesn't go the way you want it to go, and you're like, why did this happen to me? I don't understand. Okay, it doesn't matter, I'll start again. Then you go full force into another relationship with someone, and it's like, and it ends, and you're like, why did this happen again? It's constant, and the Tower is here for a very specific reason for you, Gemini. This is why. The Tower is scrapping how you approach love. It's saying, stop the madness, Gemini. With all due respect, obviously, right? But I've got to tell you out straight. Stop the madness. Stop how fast you go. Don't fall in love with everyone, because it's causing such mental anguish. And I totally get it. We want to find someone. We want to love someone, and we want them to love us. And therefore, you feel like you got to kiss a lot of frogs. Totally hear that. But how you're doing, or how you have been doing it, has not been in your best interest. Really, I'll ask you, has it worked for you? And I feel like a lot of you are just constantly in relationships. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're always, it sounds funny, it's like threading, like a needle and thread, it's constant. You go in and out of relationships. In now, in now, in now. In many ways, this is a massive distraction for you to focus on yourself, to find out what you want out of love, and also to find someone. Because they can't come in. But the Tower comes in, it's like, boom. Gone. And it's like, I want to kind of grab your shoulders and just say, stop. Stop, Gemini, stop. Just, no, calm down and stop. And just breathe in all of this. Breathe through all that past. Like, I'm not judging you. I'm not saying that, you may have had like 20 lovers, 5 lovers, 100 lovers. Like, that doesn't matter to me. But where did it get you? And more importantly, where do you want to be? You don't want this. You want this. And this is why, see, these two are going under here like that, because you don't want it, and it's gone. What you want is the Queen of Pentacles energy. You want to feel like a queen in yourself, and I don't mean just for other people to treat you like a queen. I mean, you want to be a queen, your own queen. You don't need a king, your own queen. Remember, this applies to guys as well. You want to be more practical in love. And I like the first week is teaching you to be more practical. Yes, somewhat emotional, but more practical. Slower. This queen has what she has, not because she ran away with herself, but because she was practical, because she sowed the seeds. She waited. She waited, she waited, she reaped the rewards. That's why she has this. Steady in herself, emotionally as well. Not giving it all away. Keeping some of it for herself because she realizes she needs to be the strongest person for herself in her life. That's heavy. Gemini, that's heavy, guys. That's heavy. But something else happens. When that tower completely obliterates your past, because I feel like this mentally comes in for you as well in the second week, because you feel like you're going into something new, and then, you know, as I always say, like, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. Even that's the same way how we approach things in life, how we naturally process things, even though it might be detrimental to us, we'd rather go that route because we know we're comfortable in it. Do you know? The terror though has to come in, has to be like, Gemini, let's set this place on fire. Let's get rid of it. Let it burn to the ground. Why is this important? It's important because your world is changing. And like, we even saw it in your general reading. Like, your world is really changing. And your love life, you know, I separate the readings to be like general and love, but it's the same weeks. It's the same, just different areas of our lives. So your world, it's right for your love life to be changing at the same time. Your world is changing. You're really making way for things now. And the World card comes in to say, you know what? It's over. It's really over. All of that. Because it's like you were doing well and then you kind of went backwards and and the world then, it's like that calm after the storm. And that emotional debris sort of just falls like snowflakes, you know? And sits and it's deathly quiet. And the world comes in to say to you, it's done. It's been taken care of. It's complete. It's over with. And now you get to step into this new world that you've created for yourself. Massive, isn't it? Massive. It needed to be this severe, Gemini. Like, let's not beat around the bush here. You needed this wake-up call. So that this world, your world, everything is just finalized. It's over and done with. And you've got now where you need to be, and you've created your own world now. You know, you get to start from scratch again after the tower blows it all away and nothing's left. You get the opportunity now to create the world that which you want. And you get to be in the center of it. Awesome. I feel like I can't say any more about that middle card because that silence speaks volumes, doesn't it? Now, at the end of the week, you've got the moon card. So another major arcana. Major arcanas all over the place. Now, what is the moon? The moon is this gorgeous energy that represents Scorpio or Pisces. Depends on the reader. For me, it's Scorpio. But the moon comes in and shines a light on things that are hidden in the dark. And they're those things that we don't always acknowledge within ourselves. Never mind on a yearly basis, not even a monthly basis, a daily basis. There's those little things of ourselves that we're like, that's the side of me that I don't want to really deal with. But you kind of have to. Now this is your second reading. Your first reading, you had the Hermit up there. And as I said, the Hermit is all about self-discovery. But the Moon is all about I don't say self-enlightenment, but lighting up the self. Shining that light on those things we need to sort out within ourselves. So what's cool about this is that everything has come full circle for you. Okay? All the things that need to be pushed away are gone. And it allows you to look at the things that, as I said, you need to take care of. It's not exactly the most comfortable energy, right? But it's a major arcana and it's strong. With all the major arcanas, it's universal energy. And do you know what else this feels like? It feels like everything's just gone, just almost like just deteriorated, and you're left in that silence with yourself and trying to figure out a few things before you can really move forward. You know, sometimes there's a little bit of sadness in this card, and I'm not surprised because we don't always look at the negative, do we? We want to look at the positive. But you gotta know the negative. Gotta know it. Gotta know those traits. And just be like, I hear you, negative side. I hear you. I know you're there. I know you exist, and that's fine. I'll always have you here. Sometimes this can also be about deception. So what I'd say to Gemini is, in this building of yourself for your new love life that's coming in, I would say to you, do not allow yourself to deceive yourself. Don't do it. Don't. Because you're getting an opportunity, as harsh as that feels. Whatever way, whatever form this tower comes in, could be an experience with someone. Or it could be just something you realise, or you hear something about someone in your past and it sparks that feeling again, but the tower this time comes in, it's like gone. But you have a chance, and not many people do, to really look at yourself. As I said, those good and bad points of ourselves. You get to start again. And you get to build the love life that you want. But more importantly, you get to build the love within you that you want. First and foremost. Before you give it to anyone else. And that is hard. It's tough. But it's worthwhile. There's a great phrase that I love, and it's, don't go against what's actually happening. Don't go against it. It's happening for a reason. You'll feel a lot more subdued in the second and a half week. You'll feel a lot more quieter. But that's alright. Let's get to know yourself again and move on into June from there. Whoa, just got real quiet, right? Just got really quiet. That quiet is what you will feel. That being alone with yourself. And get used to being comfortable in that. Because then you can bring that side of you anywhere. You can be anywhere with anyone. But know that inner silence within you is stable and secure, and you know that because you've delved deep and you've taken care of all those dark bits that you need to take care of. He'll be here. She'll be here. This is nice. Take care of yourself first. And if they come into June for you, they come into June. We'll see. We'll wait and see. Wow, Gemini. There you go. This has been your bi-weekly reading for May the 15th to May the 31st, 2017. I know, I'm really sorry these are running so long. Like, I think I'm going to have to reevaluate my time frame. But like, I can't stop talking. It's my Gemini rising. I just can't stop talking. If you dig what I do, please like and leave a comment, or subscribe, or all of the above. I would be happy to answer any questions that you might have. And if you would like a more personalised reading, do contact me. My email address is below, and I will be happy to send you on the services that I provide and my rates. Okay? Gemini, let's get a smile going there, okay? Let's smile. I'll smile. What am I trying to do here? Just smile. Smile. Okay? And enjoy the next few weeks and what it will bring. And as always, you're welcome to this Tuatha. This is your tribe, and you are always welcome here. And my lovely little twins, I will see you at the start of June. Have a great 2.5 weeks. See you then. Bye-bye. Oh, one more thing. Happy birthday. Bye.